$9.50 is the NoBull Money Hour with Sid and Julie Chase.
Welcome back, everyone.
Yes, welcome back to a cloudy Myrtle Beach day. You're going to the beach?
No.
No? Okay. We're going to breakfast.
I'm going to breakfast.
All
You're
right.
taking me to breakfast.
So if you're interested in flipping houses, first of all, let me just say one thing. I know I'm talking and promoting flipping houses, but I also want you to know that flipping houses right now in this market, no matter where you are in the country, pretty much it's a difficult time because
Yes.
most of your REOs are already sold out. Your good ones, the ones that are left, are either in really rough neighborhoods, which we in our company we refuse to buy those.
Yeah.
And then the other ones are at the higher end of the market range, and so you need a little bit more capital to be able to do those. But you also get to, hopefully, if you know what you're doing or you work with somebody who knows what they're doing, like us,
and actually, that would really be part, and that should be part of, as far as if you're looking out for a financial advisor, if you're interviewing some, that should be part of the conversation. Is what is their compensation structure, and are you okay with it? So there's two different ways that financial advisors can be compensated. One is on a transactional or commission base, which, just like it sounds, if there's a transaction that we do in your account, there's a commission that's paid, and that's how we get paid. The second way is what's called a fee-based platform, meaning that we can do as many trades as you want to. You're just paying me a flat fee based on the assets that you have, and not just or the assets that you have with the advisor. And some people like a combination of the two. Say you have, your good dividend paying stocks that we think we're not going to do a lot of moves with. We want to keep that in that transactional based portfolio because we're not doing a lot of transactions. But then we also have another section where we're going to be moving it around a little bit more. And I would say that you want these in your tax qualified accounts, your IRAs, so that we're not realizing short-term, long-term gains all the time. But if there's something that we think we're going to be moving a little bit more, I'd say, hey, we probably want to look at a fee-based structure on this because we're going to be making more trades, so it makes sense. So I've always taken the stance is let investors know the options and then make the best decision for them.
Right. So are you the guy that I can just write a check for $1 million, hand it to you, and say you're not making a dime unless you make me money?
No. I mean, you can, but that would just mean we're not doing anything with it. So I don't know too many advisors that would work that way, unless you're a hedge fund manager.
I was going to say, most of those would be either hedge funds or straight up brokers.
Correct. And if you're writing me that check, we're having a very long conversation before anything happens with that money.
No, I don't want to have a conversation with you.
Okay, I can understand.
No, I just want to give you the check, right? I want to go about my business and make my money. I know how to make my money.
Sure.
Right? I just want to give you this, and I'm going to let you go do your thing, and I just want you to call me once a month and tell me what we made that month and how much you're taking from it.
So what you would be looking at is a discretionary, what we call a discretionary account.
Okay.
So that is, of course, available, but we would still have to have the conversation on what's your tolerance for risk and what your goals are going to be for the account. Like, when are we going to take income? How much income are we going to need? Is it really just for estate planning? Hey, I never mean to touch this. I'm going to leave this to my kids or my grandkids or whatever. So even if somebody wanted to go that route, hey, here's my money, make it make money, there's still a good conversation that has to be had before we do anything, because I like to tell people, I don't ever shoot from the hip, to use a military saying. I don't make it up. In that, if you do work with someone, you want to know what their process is, what their investment process is, what their structure is, how they can get consistent results. Because, like I said before, if anybody says, oh, we're just going to go up all the time, that's not being forthright and truthful. And we can't buy past results. The last 9 years, the market has been great, but we can't buy that. What you can buy into is the process behind how an advisor is going to get you consistent results over time, for your long-term goals.
So what if I want to short the market? Can somebody do that with you on the advisor side? I know with a broker you can.
Right.
Right? Or I can go short it myself with Scott's Trade or whatever.
Absolutely.
I would never do that because I'm not that smart.
Me personally and Edward Jones, we will not do short selling.
Right.
It's just...
So you're geared towards growth and dividend.
Correct. Our position is we're here for the serious long-term investor.
Correct.
We're not here for guys that want to play really aggressive positions.
Try to hit a home run.
And try to hit a home
Be
run.
that Babe Ruth guy.
Right, exactly.
Right. You're either swinging out at the plate or
Right.
I don't know what his percentages was, but for those home runs versus his strikeouts. That's what it is.
That's exactly right. If you look at just most people, if they follow baseball, you look at Aaron Judge, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's less than a 300 hitter, which means he gets it right less than 3 out of 10 times. Now, he hit the second most home runs this year, hit over 50 home runs, which is great. But if I'm only getting it right 30% of the time for my investors, we got a problem.
Right.
They're not going to be happy.
Yes.
So I'd rather hit singles and doubles all day long that will eventually get us enough runs that we need, as opposed to trying to swing for the fences and possibly strike out.
That makes sense.
So how do you help people with taxes? How do you help minimize those taxes?
Good question. That's actually another thing when selecting a financial advisor or financial professional. You want to look for professionals that will work with your other financial professionals, meaning your tax advisor, your estate attorney. That's how I help. Is if you come into my office and you say, hey, this portfolio needs to be tax sensitive, I say, okay, great, I have tax sensitive portfolios. But the next phone call is going to be to whoever your tax advisor is, and we're all going to sit down together and come up with the best plan that we can together. I like to tell people I'm not a CPA, and I didn't even stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night, so I'm not going to give you specific So I'm not going to give you specific tax advice. So while I know the tax rules, I'm not going to be the one to say, okay, we're definitely going to do this, because this is I'm going to make the phone call, and I'm going to get the guy that's got the proper licenses that we talked about before.
So you stay in your lane.
Exactly. If we all did that, if as Bill Belichick says, and I know this is there's going to be a lot of Patriot hate that
we are boycotting, so
right.
Don't even go there.
If everybody just does their job, we will be okay.
Right.
And it's the same thing in your financial world. So I'm not going to come up with, how we should structure your estate trust. I'm going to work directly with your estate and trust attorney, and we're going to structure it together.
Okay.
I'm going to do my part of it. They're going to do their part of it.
So what are some of the other services that you provide? I mean, do you provide, well, I know you don't provide a 401k, but do you?
Well, that's not true.
Oh, it
Yeah,
you do?
we offer, I do 401ks for small and medium-sized businesses as well.
Okay, I'm talking more about individuals. So
Right,
as an individual, if somebody already has a 401k with somebody else, you'll look at that and give them some advice on it?
I will let them know how that 401k is invested.
Okay.
The SEC says that if I'm not getting paid
Understood.
for that retirement account, I can't give guidance.
Why
so
listen
to
to
speak.
the SEC?
I like to, be able to feed my kids.
Right,
and,
How about estate planning?
Now, estate plans is definitely something that we can help with.
Okay.
Edward Jones offers full trust services. I mean, we are a full service investment firm. So I mean, everything from college planning to life insurance, long-term care, obviously your retirement accounts, mutual funds, stocks, bonds. It really runs the gamut. The list of services that we provide is
Charitable giving?
absolutely. Well, and that's actually as far as if you're tax sensitive,
Mm-hmm.
charitable giving, not only is it the right thing and the good thing to do, but if you want to help out with your taxes, that's definitely one way. And that, again,
Right.
the individual situation we look at is different than 529s, because Coverdale accounts can be used for any education. So even if your kid went to private high school or went to a trade school or something like that, it can be used for that.
Okay.
529s have to be quote unquote higher education. It's got to be for
Okay, and
college.
so in a short answer,
Mm-hmm.
so I set up my Coverdale, I set up my 529, whatever I'm using for them,
Mm-hmm.
and throughout, when they hit 16, they do something stupid, I decide to cut them out of the will. Can I get that money back?
You can absolutely. You can either switch it to to another child or a grandkid or whatever, or you can take the money out. However, if you take
gotta
that,
pay a penalty?
you pay a 10% penalty
Okay.
to take it out for anything
So where can
other than education.
where can folks find you? How do they get a hold of you?
Sure. Obviously, they can go to edwardjones.com and look me up, Tim White. If you're doing the search there, you can also reach me at my office. On phone number there's 910-762-0845. My office is currently in downtown Wilmington, although I will be moving it first part of the year into Leland, so I'm coming a little bit further south.
Nice.
Just because traffic in downtown has been a little bit ridiculous.
Well, they got a lot going on downtown. They got
Absolutely.
like 2 new restaurants out on the water now. They call it
Correct.
the Pier or whatever they're
Yep,
calling it.
that Blackfish Grill,
Yep.
Blackfin Grill is one of them, which is actually, it's really good.
They got the new music venue out
New
there.
music
the marinas
venue.
out there.
Absolutely.
They got a lot going on. They got more stuff coming in.
Yep.
I think a new hotel. I think is.
Yeah, they have
works.
an Embassy Suites
Yep.
that is
Yep.
just about done. So traffic's been bad, parking's been atrocious. So for my investors, I just said, hey, let's go somewhere where it's easier.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So
Thank you so much for
at this-
joining us today, Tim.
That's right.
Yeah, and if anyone's
My
got
pleasure.
any
My
questions,
pleasure.
you know, they can shoot
Someone
up.
does.
You know,
Oh, we got a question on Facebook.
Yeah, Lee says, is there a minimal amount to start a portfolio?
Is there a minimal amount to start a portfolio?
For us, we've never believed in account minimums. Now, there's certain types of accounts, as far as some of the fee-based accounts that do have minimums. But if you just want to get started, then the answer is no, which that's one of the great things about Edward Jones is, you know, we believe that everybody should have the opportunity to get good financial advice if they come seek it.
Right. Okay. Great.
Great.
Hope that helped you out, Lisa. Where's Lisa from, anyways, Alexi?
It's
you let
Lee.
me know.
Lee.
Where?
It's
Lee
Lee.
Oh,
Hammond,
Lee.
the one that we used to live
Oh, Lee
with.
Hammond. Oh, yeah. She just bought a new house, if I remember correctly. Congratulations on that. So this time of the show, we only got a couple of minutes left, but we usually like to, did you know? We like
Uh-oh.
to, did you know? So 85% today, folks, normally we do a good handful of those,
Yeah,
but we'll
we
just
have a
stick
good
with the
time
2.
with
We had a
Did
great
You
show
Knows.
today with Tim and,
Yes.
and his wife and assistant, whatever. Depends on what
His
role
very
she's
intelligent
playing.
wife.
Absolutely.
Depends on what
Absolutely.
role she's playing, and because she can do a lot. So we're gonna wrap it up,
Yeah.
right?
Was
so,
that your an attempt at rap?
No, that
Oh,
was
okay.
a cartoon. Wrap
Oh.
it up.
Oh, okay.
No, seriously, I'm actually working to be a rapper.
Oh, Lord.
Ja-
Help us all.
Jasmine told me.
Right.
Jasmine said, "You can come on stage, but don't sing."
But just don't.
Yeah. She said,
was-
"Don't sing, don't say a thing. Let me give you a tambourine and
Smile and look good.
look
and
good."
you'll
Right,
be all right.
right. So we hope that everybody enjoyed the show today. Hope you learned a few things. And if you have any questions, leave them on Facebook. We'll get them to Tim, or we'll also, I believe we left Tim's information on Facebook, so you can reach out to him directly. If you want to ask us anything or get in contact with us about real estate or all other alternative investments, you can find us. Email us at SID, SYD, at sidchase.com, 315-398-3322. Follow us on
Facebook.
Facebook
And YouTube, and
YouTube.
it's the
And hit the
Sid-
red button when you go to the YouTube.
Yes,
Really, I
please,
need that
please.
100 people.
Subscribe.
Please subscribe.
The Sid Chase Investment Group for both of those.
All right. And on Instagram, you can follow us at the NoBull Real Estate King, NoBull Real Estate Queen. Be safe, everybody. Enjoy your